It's time to get ready for the 2023 season of TinCaps Baseball. This is the Core Report. Welcome to the first edition of the Core Report, an opportunity to connect you to all things TinCaps Baseball. We're kicking off things here at Parkview Field for the 2023 season, and we are very excited about it. So let's jump in and find out what's happening here at Parkview Field. To help us do that, Morgan Olson, John Nolan from the TinCaps organization. Familiar faces if you're a TinCaps fan, but John, get us started. What do you do here, and what can we expect to hear from you as we go along here in the 2023 season?
Thanks a lot, Chris. Yeah, time's flown by going into my 8th season here as the team's lead play-by-play broadcaster. So, been around here for a while, but I can't think of another season that had more anticipation and excitement to begin here than this year.
Morgan Olson?
Yeah, so I'm the Assistant Director of Marketing and Promotions. Been with the team since 2016 and roughly the same spot, but everything in-game, on the field, community outreach, different things like that. So bringing all the fun to the ballpark.
And if you've been, as I said, if you've been out here at the ballpark or have come to TinCaps games, you've seen these familiar faces. We all kind of pitch in and have different responsibilities around Parkview Field. I've been part-time, been on the game day staff running around getting videos since 2009, but now the digital marketing manager here full-time at the ballpark. Very excited about it and very excited to get into a full season here at Parkview Field of TinCaps Baseball. Let's jump in. Promotion schedule released not too long ago. Morgan, what can we expect as far as nightly? There's things every night almost here at the ballpark.
Yeah, every single day when you guys come out to the ballpark, fans, season ticket holders, we get different things. So Tuesdays we have our family feast night. So discount items in the concession stand. You know some of them, don't you?
Yes, popcorn. We were just talking about that. Popcorn's my favorite, but hot dogs as well. Some other stuff.
Yeah, so sodas, pizza. So there's a couple different items on the menu for that one. Wednesdays, paws and claws. I know that John's had his dog come out a few times.
Yeah, if you hear some barking around the ballpark on Wednesday nights, it's probably a little Jackie.
So anyone can bring their dog, cat, just has to be on a leash, have to have their vet records and things like that, but everyone's welcome.
We have seen cats. You just said cat.
Yeah.
We have seen cats, not just dogs.
And then we have our Thirsty Thursday that happens at majority of ballparks, but people in Fort Wayne love it. So they're discounted food or beverages, drinks, everything. So that one's always fun.
Sunday is also a special day here at the ballpark, being San Diego Sundays. These special jerseys being worn by the TinCaps players, resembling that San Diego Padres brown and yellow that we've become familiar with over the years. But another special reason why Sundays are becoming a big deal here at Parkview Field.
So pre-pandemic, we had our post-game autographs, and we had to take a break from that for a little bit, but they are finally coming back. So very excited about that. Fans can get those future Padres or other MLB star autographs out on the field or up on the concourse on Sundays.
Yeah, John, you've obviously get to know these players over the season. What's it like to see that interaction with the fans?
Yeah, it's really cool to see. And at this point, more than 200 former TinCaps, even Wizards players have got on to reach the big leagues. But hey, they're just like you and I, down-to-earth guys, and so it's awesome to see that interaction with fans.
And it kind of not only starts with fans, you know, that are young have the opportunity, but these players, they're going to see plenty of fans as they rise up and get to that major league level as well.
Yeah, and a lot of these players not too much older than some of the kids that they're signing autographs for.
Yeah. So that's a look at the week that you would expect when you come to a homestand at Parkview Field for TinCaps Baseball. But let's talk about specific nights throughout the season. A lot of exciting things to look forward to when it comes to our theme nights. Morgan, give us a little bit of a rundown.
So we're known for our theme nights. Everyone loves them. You walk in the ballpark and you're just immersed in whatever theme night it is. So our first one coming off this season is going to be our tribute to Indy 500 night. We had it last year and we're bringing it back. So different individuals from Indianapolis Motor Speedway are going to be here. I know you're a huge fan.
Big fan.
So what do you love about that night?
Well, it's pretty cool. We have vehicles here, and that includes an Indy car. You can actually see one of those in person. If you see it on TV, it's one thing, but to be able to see them in person, it's pretty cool to get that idea.
Oh yeah, get photo ops with it. The IMS staff come out and they give out different goodies and stuff like that. I have some at my desk, and super cool to be able to have that partnership.
Absolutely. And looking forward to May?
We are hosting our mental health awareness night. So that's a newer initiative for us. We had our first night last year, but that's something that we are very passionate about here at the ballpark. So just spreading that awareness. We have our jersey from last season. We are making the new and improved jersey for this year that we're really excited about, as well as having a shirt in the team store and just information at the ballpark for individuals.
It's an important opportunity to have some dialogue about some things that people may not feel comfortable discussing.
Definitely. It's not just the players on the field, the fans in the stands, or us. It is everyone that has some type of struggle with mental health or know someone that does have a struggle. So just being able to talk about that is something awesome here at the ballpark.
I feel like as the season builds up, more and more days come as far as the theme nights. So what comes up after that?
Next up is Colts at Bat. So that is one of our favorites here. We absolutely love it. Who are some of the players that have been here in the past?
Yeah, just last year, it was pretty neat to see Nyheim Hines in attendance, and then he went on to have some big moments during the NFL season. And over the years, a Hall of Famer like Adam Vinatieri and other Pro Bowl caliber stars.
Oh yeah, so we're definitely looking forward to that. It's Blues coming out, the cheerleaders, their caravan and everything. So that's one that the Fort Wayne people love and they always come out to.
I love those Indiana celebrations here early at the beginning of the season. Blue, by the way, love the antics. You never really know what's coming with Blue. That's always fun to watch. How about after Colts night? What do we look forward to?
After that is Johnny's birthday. I couldn't tell you how old he is because he celebrates his birthday every single game. But
that's a hot debate.
But what's really cool about this is he's going to be hosting a pre-game kickball game with all the other mascots in town. So very excited about that. Who's your money on? Who thinks going to win?
The Mad Ant's got a pretty athletic frame, so whatever side he's on, I think might be the favorite.
Yeah.
I would also anticipate some sort of antics, but I see that may not be legal under the rules that we established.
That's very true. Definitely. Then we have our Daisies night, which was super successful last year. It was a fan favorite across the board. You want to go into some detail about who the Daisies are?
Yeah, so the Fort Wayne Daisy is such a great part of Fort Wayne's baseball history. They were a member of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League all the way back in the 40s and 50s. And I thought that was one of the most powerful, coolest nights that we had here last year with Daisies and other All-American Girls Professional Baseball League alumni in attendance. And it's going to be even better this year.
I'm glad we get to celebrate them while they're still around because that's becoming harder and harder to do.
Yeah, last season we hosted 5 players that had played for the Daisies or other teams in the area, and just 2 weeks after that night, Isabel Alvarez actually passed away. So the fact that we got to host her here right before that happened was amazing to be able to highlight her. But for this night this year, we're not only highlighting the Daisies, so this is our jersey that we're wearing this season, and then we also have our t-shirt from last season, so we'll have some improved merch in the store for that. But we're not only highlighting the Daisies players, but we're also going to be highlighting just women in sports in general. Whether you work in the front office, you're an athlete of some kind, anything like that. So that's super cool, just being able to highlight the different women across the industry.
And there's a lot of women athletes from our area that's made a big difference in their various sports.
Oh yeah,
very exciting.
So we definitely got some people to highlight.
Yep. So there's another group of people that we get to celebrate here shortly after Daisy's night.
Yeah, so that is our Military Appreciation Night. We have a wonderful partnership with a bunch of different branches in the community, and we love highlighting those individuals. That's one of our very big pillars of causes that we care about here at the ballpark. So we have our Military Appreciation Night where any active veteran individuals and their families can come out to the game completely free of charge thanks to our sponsors. So for them, they just go to TinCapsMilitary.com and then they can grab their tickets today. So that one's a really fun one for us.
I think it's one of those opportunities of being kind of at the center of the community. We're so excited and so fortunate that we can be able to not only celebrate these different groups of people, but say thank you to especially those in the armed services.
Plus, one of my absolute favorite things at the ballpark is when there's a flyover. I absolutely love it. And they're switching their planes this year, so it could be something a little bit different, but I'm excited about that one.
We'll have to wait and see. What's next on the list? We have such a long list of exciting things.
So
What's
next up, we are TV sitcom. So who remembers who we had out last year?
So last year we had Stanley from The Office, actor Leslie David Baker, and now one of his former castmates is set to come out this year.
So
one that I've heard nothing but good things about.
That's every team that has her out brags about it. They love her. So Kate Flannery is out and she's going to be at the ballpark. I'm so excited. She's hosting a VIP meet and greet for individuals that can get photo and autographs from her, and then she'll also be doing a free photo only meet and greet with the fans. So super excited about that. The bobblehead, just her being here, having her potentially do some shenanigans on the field. I cannot wait for that one. That's gonna be fun.
Very excited, very excited. What's next on the list?
We have our Marvel Superhero Night. So our new logo that we have and everything. We've got the hat right there. So we've got our new logo, our Johnny Superhero. Super excited about that one. So we'll have some themed jerseys for that. It's a super cool minor league baseball initiative that's across the board. A lot of teams are participating in it. So it's super fun to be able to see all the Marvel fans come out to the ballpark.
There was quite a big response in the offseason here when we announced or unveiled this new logo for these nights. It's for these nights specifically, but we are very excited.
Yes, we are.
Another night generating a lot of buzz on social media, especially, is this one here.
Ooh. From being a Fort Wayne native John, you might not understand this one, but there's something about the Fort Wayne Wizards that is so nostalgic. So we have our 90s night where we're playing as the Fort Wayne Wizards on the field, and that is just one that if you grew up here in the 90s, you are so excited about it.
And as a child of the 90s, that's one that I've got circled on the calendar for sure too.
Yeah.
This is, we'll hold up this t-shirt here at the Orchard Team Store, a Wizards t-shirt. We have hats and other gear that's on the way here, so keep an eye out for that stuff. I know it's going to be popular.
Yeah, and there might be a sighting of a old mascot coming out, so we'll see how that one goes as well.
Very intriguing. Also very exciting. You mentioned growing up here, I've had birthdays out there at the castle, and hopefully for one night here, we'll be able to replicate a little bit of that experience.
Oh yeah. But after that one, we have one of our absolute top-notch theme nights, and it is our princess night. So that one is always a fan favorite. We have our princesses here. We might have some ponies here, but we're gonna keep that on the hush for a little bit. But we'll have some princesses here doing some meet and greets, and that one is just a fan favorite. It's so cute to be able to see all the fans in their outfits and stuff like that. So big one for sure.
It's awesome seeing the little kids dress up, showing up here. That is encouraged if you want to bring the family out for pictures, definitely for sure. What's next?
Oh, you might be able to talk a little bit more about this one, or you guys, because I'm not the biggest into it, but I know everyone else is. Star Wars night. It is huge for everyone in our community, so it is a big one for us. We might be taking on a different identity that night as well, and that might not be the good guys for the night, but it is going to be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, John, what's it like for you to see some of the characters walking around the ballpark that night?
Yeah, well, it's definitely one of those nights that so many fans now love to come out to year after year, and it's kind of, pitting good versus evil depending on who's in the other dugout for that game. And you alluded to it, special jerseys for that one. We've highlighted some others, and I think that's one of the things that really separates the TinCaps in minor league baseball and just adds to the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a giveaway night too with thunder sticks, so everyone can feel like they've got a lightsaber and they're in on the fun.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some of those. They're pretty cool little lightsabers here at Parkview Field.
It's super fun just to be able to see everyone year after year come out and see those characters and different things. And every time there's a new movie or episode, then we bring out the new ones as well. So that's a really big one.
I think this is the year you become a fan.
I need to. I have Disney Plus. I just need to go for it. Why not? How we're going to end the season is our Caps Against Cancer night. So that one is very big in the cause. We haven't done a cancer awareness night in a while, so we're bringing that one in. We're going to focus a lot on kids, pediatric cancer, and just really focus on them and just give them a night that they'll remember.
Very much so. That's something that affects a lot of people, and especially those coming to the ballpark. Everyone's kind of been touched by that, so it's going to be, I think, a powerful, emotional day.
Oh, yeah.
There are 3 new special theme nights to look forward to this year, and including one that takes us back in time a little bit.
Oh yeah, so this is one that we are very excited about. It's been successful across the board with other minor league teams. Dino Night. So for this one, we're gonna have dinosaurs at the ballpark. We're gonna have a dino bouncy house. It is just gonna feel like we really went back in time, and I am such a big fan of it.
I'm very excited to see the reactions to the dinosaurs we'll have here at the ballpark. Something you've been excited about?
Yeah, I got a sneak peek at what these dinos look like, and it's terrifying, but in a fun way.
I agree. Great way to describe it. Yeah.
They're not going to eat your head off, but they might
realistic
mess with you.
Realistic. Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Another fun thing for the family as well.
We have learned that Nickelodeon is still huge, so Paw Patrol is coming to the ballpark, so Marshall and Chase are going to be here, and I'm so excited about that. I know my nephew is a huge fan. He's already told me that he's got his tickets, so that one is going to be really fun to be able to see everyone kind of hang out with them and get photos and different things.
Yeah, all the nephews and the kids that I know and family members all have been into Paw Patrol at one time or another.
Oh, yeah. And then our last brand new night for the season is our Grateful Dead night. So we've got a couple Deadheads on staff that are ready to go, and we've got a cover band Grateful group that's going to come out before the game and perform. So that one's going to be super exciting as well. It's going to be jamming out all night with all your tie-dye and different things. So are you looking forward to that night?
I am, and it's because we don't get to have the opportunity for live music too often.
Yes.
And you can't do a Grateful Dead night without some live music.
That is very true. And the band is so ready. They have been practicing. They're getting their lineup all set, and they are ready to go.
That's a look at what's going on here at Parkview Field for the 2023 TinCaps season. Hey, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and like our videos here on YouTube and all of our social media. Just look for @TinCaps. Well, we've taken a look at some of the special nights we'll have for TinCaps baseball this season, but let's talk about some other special features. Morgan, we got some exciting things to look forward to.
Everyone loves their jerseys. They're one of our top sellers, and they help make the night just even more. So we are actually doing 9 different specialty jerseys, and 5 of them are going to be auctioned, so fans can bid on them, and they'll be on our website and everything. So those are some good ones.
Yeah, what would be your favorite maybe out of that group?
I don't
Is that
know.
tough?
From what I've seen, which is a secret right now, I think the military one is my favorite, but we're doing military, Star Wars, daisies, our cancer, and our mental health are all going to be auctions this year. So TinCapsJersey.com, all go to great nonprofit organizations and raise some funds for them.
I would say those are some special nights with some great causes behind them.
Definitely. So we make sure that we always partner with someone that we know we can trust and is doing the right thing in our community, and we absolutely love it. But besides that, we also have some giveaway ones. So we have a really cool enter to win system here at the ballpark. So any fan that is here that night for these 4 nights is able to enter to win one of our jerseys that we're wearing on the field. So those are starting off with our Marvel Defenders of the Diamonds, and then our 90s, our Nickelodeon Paw Patrol, and our Grateful Dead. You had to pick one. Which one would you want to win?
Ooh, putting me on the spot. But the Grateful Dead tie-dye ones are going to be a great way to wrap up the year.
Oh, they definitely are. What about you?
I want to see the Paw Patrol ones. I'm very curious what that's going to be like. I think it's going to be funny seeing the kids' characters on, full-grown adult throughout the season.
My bet is that the parents are going to win, but then they're going to give them off to their kids to enjoy.
Yeah, probably. That's TinCapsWin.com, by the way. If you come out to any game at Parkview Field, there's usually something that you can win or something you can walk away with. So TinCapsWin.com will be a good website to remember along the way.
Definitely. So besides that, we have some different nights that we're taking on some alternate identities that we haven't yet talked about, that we are all I know we keep saying we're excited, but we are excited about these. So last season, we debuted our Manzana's Luchadores Day Fort Wayne, and so we are bringing it back this season. So you have to own one of these hats, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Such a popular logo. And the TinCaps, or the Manzana's Luchadores, seemed to win with them on last year, too.
They definitely did. So this is one of our favorite ways to just embrace the players in our dugout, as well as our community. The #1 spoken language, the majority of the time in our dugout, is Spanish. So the players love it. We love it. We get to join in with the community with some things. And it's a really good look. I'm not going to lie.
I think this is probably my favorite hat that we've had, aside from the standard TinCaps logo.
Yeah, I can't wait. We also have a super exciting, because we're doing 4 different days as the Manzana's Luchadores. Every single game, fans are able to get a Manzana's Luchadores mask that we're going to give away. So it does translate to the Fighting Apples, so we want to give away those masks as well. So I'm expecting to see you wear one and just walk around.
Absolutely, I will. Okay. Absolutely, I will. And speaking of the Manzana's Luchadores, we have a look back on some of the highlights from our Manzana's Luchadores games from last season. And we have another exciting alternate identity that's been kind of years in the making, but finally we get to share with everyone.
Oh yeah, so we are, again, excited. We're ready. This has been in the works for a couple years now. So we had the argument of what food is Indiana most known for in the marketing department, and the Hoosier State tenderloins won that debate. The smaller the bun, the bigger the sandwich. We love it here. I know you've done a lot of stuff with this, so why don't you talk a little about that night?
Yeah, and the reason why it's funny that it's worked out this way is that there's a big debate here across the state and in the State House down in Indianapolis of whether or not it would become the official sandwich of Indiana. And I think the general consensus is yes it is. I think some politics complicated that situation. But whether or not it's the actual official state sandwich, we're going to be celebrating it in a very cool way for several days here at Parkview Field.
Oh yeah, so we're going to take on that kind of midway feel. The carnival, we're excited about it all. There's going to be all the fried food, different vendors. We're hoping for some rides. So if you didn't go to the fair this year, come out to the ballpark and it might as well be the same thing.
We have this new hat that sold really well, pre-sold it as soon as we got it out there. It's showing up at the Orchard Team store, so make sure you get one for yourself.
One of my favorite things about this is our jerseys are so cool for this night. So Tony did a great job of just making it encompass everything that is Indiana. It has every single county that is in Indiana on it, so you're resembled somewhere. It's got the sandwich, obviously, the arches from the Midway, so there's a lot of different things going on that jersey.
And it's very cool to celebrate the whole state. You mentioned the county. It's very cool to see up close, to see every county in Indiana mentioned. Tony, you mentioned there, want to give him a brief shout out. Kind of the man behind the scenes when it comes to the jersey designs.
Oh yeah, so jersey, the hat, he does a lot of stuff. He's a good one.
A lot of graphic designs. So 3 special nights. We'll have 3 special ticket packages as well this year.
Oh yeah, so everyone loves their giveaways. They love their bobbleheads. So we have 3 different nights those are an option for fans. So our Tribute to the Daisies night, we have a ticket package for just $30 that night that people can pre-buy, and it includes a ticket to the game as well as a retro bobblehead of a Fort Wayne Daisy. That one I know people are going to want to collect.
It's very cool to be able to see that process of how that developed into something that became kind of this classic nostalgic feel, which goes well with the Daisies.
Oh yeah, and everyone here loves it, and everyone was asking about it last year, so we're excited to be able to have that this season for everyone.
Yes.
The next one is our TV sitcom night with Kate Flannery that we mentioned a little bit ago, but again, they've got the VIP package, which includes a ticket to the game, a guaranteed meet and greet with her where you can get photos and autographs, and then a bobblehead. So that one I know, and they take their time. They talk to them, they get to know the fans, and it's always fun to be able to see them kind of bond with them. But as well as that, we also have just a bobblehead and a ticket package for that one as well, which fans can go in and kind of get a photo with her and different things during her free meet and greet. So that one is also very exciting.
I think if you are an Office fan, you'll be a fan of this bobblehead because it made me giggle as soon as I saw it. So I'm very excited about it.
Oh yeah, we put in those little things that true fans need to know about.
That's right, that's right. And one more special package.
One more that is by far one of the most popular giveaways that we've done is our 90s night. So we have a package for that night, which includes a Wayne the Wizard bobblehead as well as a ticket to the game. So fans need to get theirs now, preseason or at the beginning of the season, just because I know those ones are gonna sell out.
John, do you have a favorite out of those 3?
I want all 3, triple play.
And the Meredith one from The Office goes well. If you came out last year and end up with a Stanley one, put those together. It's a kind of a fun little Office
Oh yeah,
set.
we hopefully eventually we have an entire set of them, but we'll see if that works out.
That's right. We've talked a lot about things going on around the ballpark in the 2023 TinCaps season, but we can't talk about the TinCaps without the baseball. John, we've got some new faces here at the ballpark, but a familiar one in the dugout as well.
Yeah, and first off, congratulations to Brian Esposito, our manager from last year, earning a promotion to the Padres coaching staff as San Diego's catching coach. So props to Espo, and now as a result, our new manager, like you said, a familiar face in Jonathan Matthews, who spent 3 seasons here previously as a hitting coach. He's a Midwest native from Iowa. I know he really grew to love the Summit City during his time here before, was up last year as the AAA hitting coach in El Paso, but he's really excited to be returning to his Midwest roots.
Fort Wayne's a special place to me. Again, I'm from the Midwest. I love that town. The ballpark is obviously off the charts, and the job that you guys do is incredible. So I couldn't be more excited. First, Mike Nutter's probably at the top of the list. Parkview Field is at the top of the list. A chance to get back into the manager's seat. I've been a hitting coach here recently. I've managed as a younger coach, and the chance to get back in the manager's seat was exciting to me. And then honestly, Fort Wayne is it's 7 hours maybe from where I live, but I can sneak home on occasion on an off day. There's just a lot of things, and honestly, the Fort Wayne affiliate is kind of the crown jewel of all of the Padres affiliates, and so I don't know. It's hard for me to think of a better place to be in the minor leagues than in Fort Wayne.
It's great to hear him talk about how much he loves Fort Wayne and he's excited to be back. I know that we are huge fans of him, and I'm ready to see Matthews back in our dugout.
Yeah, so he'll be joined by some newcomers to the staff, including pitching coach Carlos Chavez and hitting coach Aaron Bray. And it was really great leading up to the season here to have some conversations with the new staff members, including athletic trainer Lauren Gottschall too.
We've been not only talking to them about some of the on-field things and things that they do as far as baseball, but some of the fun things that are kind of fun to talk about as well.
Yeah, great personalities who are just excited to embrace calling Fort Wayne their home here for this spring and summer and winning some games at Parkview Field as well.
Speaking of winning some games, we have some players here as well. Talk about them.
Yeah, it's again a good mix of some returners and some newcomers. The core of this group last year won the California League Championship with Single A Lake Elsinore.
Jacob Marcy moving back, and he makes the catch. The final out is made. It is a championship for Lake Elsinore. That's it. The Eyes have it. Their first championship in 11 years.
And so a lot of these guys are trying to bring that winning mentality from the Storm here to the TinCaps. And not to mention the Padres right now are a World Series contender. So there's just a championship mentality that we're hoping to see here at Parkview Fields.
Absolutely. Speaking of that, there are some players that we've seen here that have been kind of in the international stage.
Yeah, it was really awesome to see more than a dozen of our former alumni representing in the World Baseball Classic. More than half of the nations in competition had a Fort Wayne TinCap or even Wizards alum. So yeah, right here we get to enjoy the next generation of all-stars and global icons. And we can do it here while getting that affordable family fun too.
Absolutely. Talk about expectations. What are you hoping to see here by the time we get to the end of the season?
Midwest League Championship.
That's right. That's right. Aside from the baseball, John, what else are you looking forward to this season?
Yeah, excited to help bring fans behind the scenes content all over social media, including TikTok and the Core Report here all season long.
Morgan?
I'm looking forward to our annual Birdsburg Superstars appearances. I can't wait for that. They are always a fan favorite, and just bring the energy, man.
A couple appearances later this year. After 2022 being kind of this return to normal of sorts here at Parkview Field, we saw more and more of our friends back here at the ballpark. And boy, here in 2023, I know we're all excited to see a lot more of you as well. That was our first edition of the Core Report, connecting you to everything TinCaps here on YouTube. Make sure not only on YouTube, but you also follow all of our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Just look for that handle at TinCaps. And for all information when it comes to the TinCaps in Parkview Field, make sure you head to tincaps.com and get your tickets at tincapstickets.com as well. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe us here on YouTube, and we'll continue keeping you up to date with more episodes of the Core Report.